Hello, I'm Steve, this is Bit of Punch, and in this video I've made an Asda Just Essentials budget cooking food creation. And here it is. Now that's my oven gloves. Right, here it is. Hopefully it won't all tip out. Looks good. Right, what have I done here then? So, I fried 2 Asda Just Essentials burgers. Then I added them, chopped them up, added them to about 2/3 of a tin of beans. Then I added a squirt of tomato ketchup. And I must admit, I did use something that isn't Just Essentials, but I figured it won't affect the price much, but it will affect the taste. Bit of Worcester sauce. Then I added half of a tin of new potatoes, and then grated a load of red Leicester cheese on it, and then that went in the oven for about 20 minutes, and then I stuck it under the grill for some time. Don't ask me how long. However long it took to make it look like that. Obviously you can grill it, if you do something like this, you can grill it for as long as you want. You don't have to grill it. Right, I've made similar things to this before, but as far as I know, I've never used burgers. I've always used sausages, and I've never used tinned potatoes. I've always used fresh potatoes. So I say, I've made this several times with beans, with sausages, fresh potatoes, cooked obviously, and some cheese and whatever seasonings I want. Now I'll put all the individual prices of all these products in the description, but I've worked out the total cost of this is only about £1.50. And believe me, you've got a substantial meal there for £1.50. Now, you can add whatever sauces and seasonings you want. You can look on this as a starting point, really. It might give you ideas. You might think, oh yeah, I'll change that bit, or I'll add that, I'll take away that. But I'm sure this is going to be good. What I've found when I've cooked this before with the sausages, in this dish, it stays hot for blooming ages. So this has been out of the oven for quite a long time, but it's probably still boiling hot. Yeah, loads of steam coming off it. Okay, there we go. There's a bit of burger, some beans, potato and cheese. Can you see the steam? Let's put it against my shirt. Can you see the steam? That is really tasty. That really is. I tell you what, I tried a bit of this cheese before I grated it, and I thought, that hasn't got a huge amount of taste. Once it's been grilled, it adds to the taste. It really does. Right, I don't think I've got any burger in this bite. I think it's just beans, potato and cheese, but that's all right. It's so hot still. Now, as I said, think of that as a starting point. It might give you some ideas for some budget cooking. And obviously, if there's a family of you, you can just make it bigger. You can use fresh potatoes if you want to. I don't know how that will affect the cost. It's just I don't buy tin potatoes, I use fresh potatoes. I used to buy tin potatoes years ago, but I've got a bean stuck in my teeth. That's better. Here it is. bit of bean skin. Yeah, used to buy tin potatoes years ago, but that was before, really, I used to make anything like this, or before I'd even thought about doing videos about it. Anyway, hope that's given you some ideas. That is really tasty. As I said, most people have got some sort of sauces or herbs or seasonings of some sort in their cupboard, so you can use whatever you want in this, and it won't really affect the price much because you don't need a lot. I mean, I've used Cumberland sausages before and added a shed load of nearly small then. I've added a shed load of black pepper to it as well, and that is really good, really good. So yeah, let me know if you've got any ideas. Put them in the comments. It might be something I've never thought of.